We started now. I was born in Southgate, in North London, and I lived down the road to my nan. I did all the things you do when you're a child, like school, for example. I wasn't really a troublemaker, not more than other kids, you know what I mean? I was in love with Philip Schofield when I was little. I kept trying to get my mum to leave my dad for him. I remember her saying, "Mum, do you fancy Philip Schofield?" And my mum was like, "I think he's attractive." And I was like, "Why don't you marry him?" I remember her going, "Well, I'm married to Dad."
My name's Mitch Winehouse. I'm Amy Winehouse's father, and I've been a taxi driver for longer than I care to remember. When her first album came out in 2003, there were loads of posters around, you know, and I couldn't help but say, "Oh, that's my daughter," because no one had really heard of her then, and now everyone's heard of her.
First time I'd ever came across Amy was flicking through some songs, and then came to this one song, and I was like, "Stop, who's that? Who was this girl? That kind of this jazzy, bluesy voice."
I didn't really think it was extraordinary to be able to sing. I thought everyone could sing. I thought I'd be a waitress or something, or a housewife.
Her ambition, believe it or not, was to be a roller skating waitress. Although we used to sing together when she was little, I hadn't really given much thought to her voice. I'm not a singer like Amy, but I love to sing, you know, and we would always be singing. I'd sing a song and I'd leave a line out for her to sing, so, you know, she'd learn the line, and I'd, you know, "Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright," and then she'd sing the next line, "For I only have eyes for you," you know, that kind of stuff. Real cute.
I started hearing like the music that my brother was listening to, and my dad, you know, songs that were from musicals, but as opposed to Fred Astaire and someone else singing it, it was like, you know, like Oscar Peterson playing it, and like just a trio. When I started really hearing jazz, that was it. When I was about 18, I started playing gigs. I just played pub gigs. I've had some songs, I just did pub gigs. I'd go in with my Strat or something and just play a pub gig.
While all this was going on, she'd done some work with the National Youth Jazz Orchestra, and she brought us home this CD to listen to. Now, at that point, we realised that this was the real deal.
I think when you've got an artist that you know, or a band that you know, that from point of contact, they will have an effect. And I think with Amy, I think just when I just met her, had an effect. I knew that if she just sat down in front of the whole company and just sung and played acoustically, that people would be blown away.
This is the line I did quite a bit.
Would you like some water?
I'm alright, thanks.
I remember it was an introduction, really, wasn't it? Because it was probably the first time we'd all been in a room together. And I wasn't really that nervous. But I remember looking at specific people, and for pretty much the first time and thinking, you know, I wonder what they're like.
There is no great love than what I feel for you.
You know, once people saw that at the office, they kind of knew what kind of artist they had. I mean, you know, we never knew what record we were what was coming, but we knew the artist. We had a phenomenal artist.
No sweeter song than what you sing to me, sing to me. Yeah,
There was competition. 2 other major labels, once they'd met her, the excitement started.
I know bumping into the other A&R people after we'd won the deal, they were gutted. I mean, I would have been gutted if I would have lost the deal.
To think that you are mine.
I mean, when we sat down and the deal came through, I don't think at the time she felt that she was going to be making millions of pounds, or it was the start of a great career. I just think it was, you know, her way of getting the album out.
No greater love than what I feel for you. What I feel for you.
It's hard to describe this girl. She's from London, she's very young, she's very, very classy. It's Amy Winehouse.
You seeing her singing in our boardroom, and then you see 4 years later.
Tell your boyfriend next time.
But really, it's only been the last sort of 6 or 7 years that we had any idea of her capability. She was quite laid back about it all. You know, I don't think her expectations were that high.
We knew we had a phenomenal artist, but we never knew what was coming. We started off in the Cobden Music Hall in Kensal Road, where she was there, I think, every other week. And every other week you'd see it more busy and more busy, and I think we did that for a month.
I used to do gigs with a band called the Bolter Band. It was cool because they'd be playing, they have their amp there, and I could go on before them, do a few songs, like just me. And then they'd do their set, I'd go and do a couple of songs with them at the end of their set. And that's how I met the fella that sings with me, Ade. That's how I met Ade.
Her live shows slowly built, and then we moved to Bush Hall.
You want to go to Bush Hall? There it is, Bush Hall right there.
I think Bush Hall holds about 300, 350, and that was packed. And that was the first time that you thought, okay, something's happening here.
Amy Winehouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, one of the greatest vocalists around at the moment, a young lady called Amy Winehouse.
She's one of the most exciting and brilliantly talented vocalists to emerge in this country in many, many years. It is Amy Winehouse. I heard about it, but initially I wouldn't listen to that sort of thing. I thought someone told me it's new jazz.
Yeah, I'm a jazz singer, you know, that's what I come from. I just wanted to write music that was emotional and that people would want to listen to and connect with.
And you write it all yourself, or you write with someone?
I write all the lyrics myself, I write on the guitar.
The album is called Frank. If you haven't heard it yet, give it a listen. I suggest you get a copy. I think it's terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Winehouse.
When the first album, Frank, arrived, it was critically acclaimed, and that led up to her first Shepherd's Bush Empire gig. I think that was one night when I think everything just clicked. You know, from a live point of view, that must have been the pinnacle, coming from, you know, Cobden, half-empty songwriter night to a year later being on stage doing a sellout gig.
Come on now, Glastonbury. You ready for Amy Winehouse? Here we go now.
It was my first festival, let alone my first Glastonbury.
What's up, baby? Alright, so it started raining there. Let's hope we can